Hello YouTube, I am back. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 favorite 35mm SLR cameras. There are a few rules to this. I will only be including interchangeable lens 35mm SLR cameras, which means cameras like the Zeiss Icon Contaflex will be excluded. Without further ado, here's our first camera. The Minolta SRT100. This camera is made by Minolta, obviously, and is considered to be a slightly downgraded SRT101. I have a good amount of lenses for this system, and I am very happy to own the ones that I do, which includes an absolutely massive 400mm telephoto, and a whole bunch of others, including wide angles, some other telephoto lenses, a couple of zooms, and it uses the same mount on the XG1, which I also own. So that comes as a bonus. It has a shutter speed range of 1/500th of a second to 1 second on bulb, and it's kind of a basic camera, sort of like the Pentax K1000. However, I really like the metering system that it has with its contrast light compensation and its stop-down metering. So that's number 5. Moving up, number 4, we have the Asahi Pentax MX35mm SLR. This one is pretty compact. It's really small, the action is really smooth on everything. I really like this camera because it uses the Pentax K mount, so I can interchange lenses with my other SLR cameras. And this one is in really good condition. I picked it up at an estate sale for 15 bucks, including a loaded leather case. I really like this one. It has a great lens selection, and the camera is really nice. It has a lot of really great features like a shutter lock, it's got a hot shoe, a good range of shutter speeds. I love the whisper silent film advance. Shutter release is pretty quiet. It's got the self timer, aperture preview, and it displays your selected shutter speed and aperture in the viewfinder. How cool is that? And of course, I got this awesome leather strap. But yeah, this is a great camera, and that's why it earns my number 4 spot. Next up, we have something that's probably not going to surprise anybody. It's the Canon AE1 program. This is a auto exposure and manual SLR camera made by Canon. It's probably one of the most famous SLR cameras out there. And for some reason it doesn't like to expose when it's in low light situations. I don't know why. Is it the battery or something? But if I could just set it the right, and it doesn't want to go. But I don't know why. Anyways, mine is in pretty good condition. I picked it up at Goodwill for 25 bucks. It does work, it's really finicky about exposure settings, and it uses the Canon FD system of lenses. I have quite a few, including some pretty nice telephotos and wide angles. This is, again, a great camera. You see these pretty much everywhere, and I'd just like to let you guys know, so that some of you Canon AE1 fanboys and girls don't get really upset. It's that these next cameras could be interchangeable with the Canon AE1. It's pretty hard to order these 3 because they're all equally good cameras. This one's full of a lot of great features. It's very ergonomic, and it's got a great lens lineup. That's what makes it such a good SLR. So now, second spot, the Minolta XG1. This is one of my favorite SLRs out there because of its small size, its great range of features, and more importantly, its excellent operation and lenses. This camera has quite a lens lineup. And another thing that's sweet about this camera was the price. I picked it up for $2 at a garage sale with a loaded case, again filled with all sorts of other wonderful goodies. But this camera is in great operational condition. The only thing wrong with it is it's missing the rewind lever, but that's not a problem at all. And like I said with the the SRT100, it has a great lineup of lenses. I have a few more, I'm just not going to put them all out here simply because there are so many. But yeah, I got telephotos, wide angles, everything you could ever possibly want. It's a great system, I love using it, it takes great pictures. So that's why this camera is in the number 2 spot. And finally, my favorite SLR camera. And this is probably going to cause some controversy in the comments, just because of, you know, reasons. The Konica Auto Reflex T3. Some of you, this probably isn't going to be that much of a surprise, but I absolutely love this camera. It's fantastically finished. It has one of the best lenses I have ever shot with. And not to mention, its bayonet mount, buttery smooth. It's one of the smoothest lens mounting systems I have ever seen. I know the mirror looks a bit slow on the rise, but that actually doesn't affect the pictures. But yeah, this Konica Hexanon 57mm, oh my god, what a killer lens. It's seriously one of the most fantastic I have ever seen. I love this lens. And the camera body is great too, with an awesome range of shutter speeds, 1/1000th of a second to 1 second, and bulb. A really high ASA range. Basically standard on all other cameras, 3200 down to 12. But I always shoot with ASA 200. It has, this is pretty cool, a multiple exposure lever, which lets you cock the shutter without actually advancing the film, which is a pain. And it has a really great shutter. So this camera, sadly mine did not come with the hot shoe, so I kind of have to hold the flash whenever I use it. But it doesn't bother me, I mostly do outdoor photography. But this is an incredible camera, seriously. It's probably one of my favorites. But just keep in mind, like I said, the last 3 could be easily interchangeable. They're all great cameras. But if you find one for a price similar to what I did, I paid $20 for this one, snap it up. This is a great camera. You won't regret it at all. And this lens is incredible. It just takes really fantastic photos. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.